The snake twins. It was the night of the full moon when I first saw them. My heart raced, and even the air felt heavy. I didn't know what to make of it, but the truth hit me hard. I had fallen in love with a snake. It all started with Amina and Teyo, two siblings from our village. They were different, beautiful, yes, but there was something strange about them. They never stayed out too long, always avoiding the sun and never really speaking to anyone except me. One evening, after the village had settled into quiet, Amina came to me. Her eyes were wide, and her voice was a whisper. "I need to show you something," she said. I followed her to the river, where the moonlight danced on the water. She asked me to wait, then disappeared into the shadows. A few minutes later, I saw her again, but something was wrong. Her body was longer, covered in smooth, shiny scales. She had turned into a snake. I froze, my mind racing. But before I could run, she spoke again, this time in a voice that wasn't hers. "Don't be afraid." Teyo stepped forward from the bushes. His face was still human, but his eyes, they looked like those of a snake, too. They told me their story. Born from a curse, they were both trapped in human form most of the time, but on certain nights, they could return to their true selves. They needed someone to keep their secret, and they trusted me. But there was more. They were in love with each other, bound by something ancient and forbidden. I didn't know what to feel. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. Amina's eyes, Teyo's quiet sadness, there was something in them that made me want to stay. I couldn't understand the depth of their love, but I saw it in the way they looked at each other. They were more than siblings. They were connected in a way I could never explain. That night, they promised me one thing: they would never harm me. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I was in too deep, caught between love and fear, between the human world and something far darker. I never told anyone what happened. The village never knew what I had seen. But I can't forget them, the snake twins, whose love was both beautiful and dangerous. And sometimes, when the full moon rises, I hear whispers from the river, wondering if they are still out there, still waiting.